Have you noticed that the more you grow, the quieter your phone becomes? At first you think something is wrong with you. But what if nothing is wrong? What if you're simply no longer available for the same chaos? Outgrowing people isn't rejection. It's life editing your cast so your next chapter makes sense. Alan Watts would say you're not supposed to be a fixed character in a frozen story. Yet most people want you to stay exactly who you were when they met you. The moment you change, they feel attacked. Remember this: their discomfort with your growth is proof that your evolution is real. Don't apologize for moving forward. There's a dangerous lie we tell ourselves. If I grow, I'll end up alone forever. No. You may be alone for a season, but that season is sacred. It's where you finally meet your real self without noise. Don't rush to fill that silence with the wrong people. Let the right ones be drawn to who you're becoming. When you start setting boundaries, people will call you selfish. They were never complaining when you had no boundaries. So ask yourself, which is more important, being liked by everyone or being honest with yourself? Outgrowing people often starts with one small word that changes everything: no. You don't need a dramatic ending to outgrow someone. No big fight, no final speech. Sometimes it's just less and less of your energy flowing in their direction. Think of it like a river changing course. The river doesn't hate the old path. It simply found a deeper way to move. So have you. Be careful with the thought, "I've outgrown everyone. No one is on my level." That's not enlightenment. That's ego in a spiritual costume. True growth makes you softer, not harder. It makes you compassionate, not superior. You can walk away from people without believing you are above them. One day, the jokes that used to make you laugh will suddenly feel empty. The gossip will sound like static. The drama will taste bitter. That's not boredom. That's evolution. Your nervous system is telling you, we can't keep living like this. Listen. That discomfort is the door to your next life. Here's the quiet truth. Sometimes you're not outgrowing people. You're just outgrowing the version of yourself that tolerated disrespect. When you stop abandoning yourself, the relationships built on your self-abandonment naturally fall apart. Don't chase what collapses when you finally choose you. You think you miss them, but often you miss who you were around them. Less aware, less responsible, less awake. It's tempting to go back. But remember, you paid for this awareness with pieces of your old life. Don't refund your growth just because the past looks shiny in your memory. If you feel like you don't fit anywhere right now, consider this. You're in between lives. The old room is too small, and the new room isn't built yet. That hallway feels terrifying, but it's where your courage is forged. Keep walking. The people who match your new frequency are waiting on the other side. Sometimes, outgrowing people doesn't mean cutting them off. It means changing the role they play in your life. Perhaps the friend you used to party with is no longer your emotional advisor. Perhaps the family member you used to confide in is no longer safe for your deeper dreams. You can still love them, visit them, laugh with them, but you no longer hand them the steering wheel of your destiny. Alan Watts spoke often about the illusion of control. You cannot control who evolves with you. You cannot drag someone into their own awakening. You can share your truth, but you cannot make them ready to hear it. You can invite them into change, but you cannot make them endure the discomfort that change requires. The more you try to force their growth, the more resentment and resistance you create. So what do you do when you feel you've outgrown everyone around you? First, you surrender the idea that you are alone in the universe. You may not yet have found your people, but that doesn't mean they don't exist. There are souls who will respect your boundaries, celebrate your discipline, and meet you in depth instead of mocking it. But you only meet them when you stop shrinking yourself to remain acceptable to the wrong audience. Second, you begin to live as if your new frequency is already valid. You follow your curiosity, your creativity, your inner peace. You build habits that match the life you say you want. You become the kind of friend you wish you had. You talk to life, to God, to the cosmos, whatever word you use, and you say, I am willing to walk alone rather than walk against myself. That is a powerful, silent prayer. Third, you practice gentle honesty with those you are outgrowing. You don't need to dramatize the separation. You don't have to announce, "I'm done with you, I'm too spiritual now." You can simply let the relationship breathe in a new way. Less access, less emotional labor, less pretending, more truth, more boundaries, more acceptance that every connection has its season. The danger of outgrowing everyone is real: arrogance, isolation, nostalgia, spiritual bypassing. But there is an even greater danger: refusing to grow so that no one ever accuses you of changing. If you choose comfort over evolution, you may keep your circle, but you will lose yourself. And the silent regret of an unlived life is heavier than the loneliness of an honest one. Alan Watts would likely smile and say that you are not a fixed person walking through time. You are the universe playing a temporary role. Some roles end, some stages close, some characters exit the scene. Your task is not to cling to what was, but to participate fully in what is. To bow gracefully when the dance changes, and to trust that the music will always return in a new form. So if you feel like you are outgrowing everyone, breathe. You are not broken. You are becoming. You are not superior. You are simply listening to a call they may not yet hear. Thank the people who were teachers in your old chapter, even if they taught you through pain. And then, with quiet courage, step into the empty space your growth has created. That empty space is not a punishment. It is the doorway to your next life. Walk forward with tenderness. Honor the versions of you that needed those people and the versions of them that once needed you. But do not go back to what you have already outgrown just because you are afraid of the unknown. As you let go, you join the flow of life that Watts spoke of, the great river that does not cling to any single bank. The river moves on, and so must you.